Do you know how to solve an absolute value equation? Take a look at this absolute value. The absolute value of x is equal to 9. Now, which values could we substitute in for x that would make this a true statement? We could say that x could be equal to 9 because the absolute value of 9 is 9, and x could be equal to negative 9 because the absolute value of negative 9 is also 9. Remember that the absolute value is the distance a number is from 0. Always keep this in mind. Now, let's look at an equation with an absolute value in it. The absolute value of x minus 5 equals 12. We want to figure out what x is. Now, if you look at this without the absolute value bars, it would look just like a one-step equation. We're going to use the same steps to solve it. We have a negative or a minus 5 here. We're going to use the inverse of minus 5, and we're going to add 5 to both sides. This cancels. We bring down the absolute value of x, and it's equal to 17. Now, what could x be? X could be equal to 17, and x could also be equal to negative 17. Notice that we have again two solutions. So when you are working with absolute value equations, you're going to have two solutions for every problem. Let's take a look at another example. The absolute value of 3y minus 3 is equal to 12. Now if you look at this equation without the absolute value, it would be a two-step equation. We're going to solve it just like we would a two-step equation. Rather than subtracting 3, we're going to add 3 as the inverse operation. These cancel, bring down the absolute value of 3y. And that's equal to 15. Divide both sides by 3, and we have the absolute value of y is equal to 5. Now, which values could we substitute for y to make this a true statement? We could say that y is equal to 5, and y could also be equal to negative 5. Both of these would make it a true statement. Let's look at one more. The absolute value of 2y minus 1 is equal to 19. We add 1 to both sides. Bring down the absolute value of 2y. Equals 20. Divide both sides by 2. The absolute value of y equals 10. Y is equal to 10, or y could be equal to negative 10.